She laughed like the world hadn't tilted beneath her feet, beneath the chandelier's shimmering glow. Her dress caught the light and scattered it like 1,000 broken stars. A cocktail glass dangled between her fingers, her posture graceful, effortless, magnetic, surrounded by colleagues who hung on her every word, believing they stood in the presence of brilliance. To them, she was flawless, untouchable. She moved through the crowd with poise, perfectly in sync with the rhythm of high society, until she reached into her handbag. Her fingers faltered. For a split second, her composure cracked. Nestled in the satin lining, glinting faintly beneath the lights, was a ring. Not just any ring. Our ring. The simple gold band she had sworn she'd lost 6 months ago. The one she claimed slipped off her finger at the gym or maybe down the drain. So many excuses I'd stopped trying to count. But there it was, still engraved on the inside with the date we once whispered our promises under a spring sky. Next to it, folded with purpose and precision, was a small note. Just 2 words. I know. Her eyes snapped up wide, frantic, scanning the room like prey sensing a predator. The air she commanded so effortlessly only moments ago now felt too heavy for her to breathe. The practiced smile that had charmed a room full of investors, partners, and future deals vanished as though it had never existed. Just like that, the performance ended. We'd been married for 6 years. Met in grad school. She was magnetic, all ambition and fire. I was quieter, a little more grounded, content to observe, to listen, to understand. She once told me that's what made her feel truly seen. Maybe that was true once. We built everything together, brick by brick. A tiny apartment with paper-thin walls. Big dreams, sleepless nights. The idea of launching a consultancy that would change the way people did business. A future, we said, with no lies, no masks, no hidden lives. But life has a way of fracturing, not in one loud snap, but in small, nearly invisible cracks. Late meetings, new perfume, the subtle shift in language from we to I. Her phone, once left out in the open, now always face down. Locked, silent. Love, it turns out, can make you blind, or worse, loyal to a ghost wearing the skin of someone you once knew. The night it all unraveled was deceptively ordinary. She left her laptop open. An accident, I think. Maybe the universe was tired of being subtle. I wasn't snooping. I wasn't even suspicious anymore. But there it was. A forwarded email thread between her and Jared. Attachments, hotel bookings, photos. One of her laughing in bed, wearing my shirt. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I poured a glass of whiskey and stared at the wall until morning painted the sky gray. That was the last time I allowed myself to feel powerless. She had no idea I knew, and that became my power. I became calmer, quieter, the perfect illusion. She lied. I nodded. She smiled. I kissed her cheek. I wasn't her husband anymore. I was a shadow, a witness to her unraveling. While she played house with her colleague, I gathered evidence. Emails, voice memos, cloud backups she thought were deleted. I hired a private investigator, discreet, ruthless. He found everything, including the apartment she and Jared shared, their creative workspace. Then came the money. Tucked within our business accounts were subtle transfers, small and carefully disguised, funneled into a shell company in Jared's name. Not just infidelity, but embezzlement, betrayal with a paper trail. I didn't confront her. I made her omelets. I kissed her neck. I watched her leave, knowing exactly who she was meeting. Every detail I uncovered was a stitch in the tapestry of her downfall. I waited patiently, for long, methodical months, until I had enough to crush her entire world without ever raising my voice. Then came the perfect moment. The company's annual retreat. Private, lavish, hosted at a gated estate owned by one of Jared's high-rolling friends. Naturally, I wasn't invited. I didn't need to be. She brought the purse I'd gifted her last Christmas. She never changed the code. That was her mistake. A staff member, smiling politely, returned her bag to her after an hour. Inside was the ring she had abandoned. And the note, she found it mid-toast, when the crowd was at its most adoring. And just like that, her expression shattered. A glitch in her perfect projection. Her eyes lost focus. Her lips trembled. She knew. 2 blocks away. I watched it all unfold through the lens of a drone camera. Silent. Surgical. By the next morning, her email account had auto-forwarded every damning piece of evidence to the company's board, to HR, and, most devastatingly, to Jared's wife. The embezzlement case went straight to a financial crimes investigator I knew from college. By noon, they were suspended. By the end of the week, both were fired. The company issued a vague statement to protect its reputation. I filed for divorce the next day, attaching the mountain of evidence that proved her infidelity and fraud. She called. I didn't answer. She begged to talk. I sent her a PDF of our prenup, specifically the clause she'd insisted on when she was drunk on success, that any infidelity nullified all claims to shared assets. She walked away with nothing. Not the company, not the apartment, not even the ring. There were no headlines, no scandals, no one screaming in the street. That wasn't the kind of revenge I wanted. I didn't want chaos. I wanted clarity. Jared moved states. His marriage crumbled. His professional license is under review. She still sends me emails now and then, blank subject lines, no text. Just digital ghosts haunting my inbox. I never reply. Do I pity her? No. She taught me something I never would have discovered otherwise. That betrayal doesn't break you. It sharpens you. People say revenge is childish, but that's only said by those who've never handed their heart to someone who slipped a knife in return. She reached into her purse expecting another glittering night. Instead, she found the ending to her story, delivered with a ring and 2 simple words. I know.